Hello. About a month or so ago, we got an invite. We participate in the Experience Lake, and we got an invite to participate in their showcase, a little contest they're having about integrating multiple Adobe solutions together. We do a lot of that, obviously, at Mia Prova. I've done a lot of interesting integrations over the years. So we thought we would submit Mia Prova and just kind of highlight that as one of the submissions. And I thought it'd be easy to do with a video. So this is the submission, just some history. We're a software company that helps companies scale their optimization program, adopt industry best practices, organizational visibility, all with risk mitigation, the whole gamut. So one of the questions that they wanted to highlight here, and I thought it'd be easy to do in video, is describe how we've integrated and used multiple Experience Cloud products to solve these challenges and improve the customer experience and journey. Please provide information that will be helpful, understanding integration, architectural diagram, step-by-step process, integration flow, etc. Very happy to do that. We've got a lot to our architecture, so best to be done with a video. First, I want to highlight the challenges. So the challenges that Mia Prova is looking to solve are around organizations scaling and managing their optimization personalization programs, keeping up with the demand for testing, providing visibility not only into tests that are live and in flight, but what's being prioritized, where things are, what particular state. The challenge around creating a knowledge library. This is a massive component to the Mia Prova platform. Every single activity from Adobe Target or data collected from certain EVARs and Adobe Analytics ends up in a knowledge library. So that's something organizations don't have to worry about. There's always going to have the data that's retained as well as any learnings. Mia Prova has an interesting approach. We not only provide visibility and understanding with individual tasks with a journey-centered program, but we have an aggregate macro view of how the program is impacting organizational KPIs. Again, journey specific, but fully automated with data from Adobe, so which is pretty powerful. Promoting industry best practices, providing quality, high impactful test idea pipelines. So these are the challenges, and also as well the using different tools to manage the intake and outtake tests. Mia Prova consolidates everything into a single platform that sits on top of Adobe I/O to automate the data collection from all of the efforts within there. So those are the challenges that I wanted to highlight, like what we're looking to improve and help organization to manage the customer experience and journey. How we do it is actually pretty sophisticated. We've been working on this platform for going on almost 6 years at this point. It was originally architected and built on the Adobe Target legacy APIs, but now with Adobe I/O and A4T, we are fully on board there, where it's a single integration with both Adobe Analytics, Adobe Target, as well as Audience Manager and Workfront, which I'm excited to show you. So how the integration works in terms of architecture. So Mia Prova, with every new customer, we've got our integrations tab within here. Mia Prova provides a public certificate. This certificate gets uploaded to Adobe I/O. So for those of you not familiar with Adobe I/O, Adobe I/O is the API front end to different solutions within Adobe. Everything from Adobe Target, Adobe Analytics. You can see all of the different APIs in here. You got Acrobat, Adobe Journey Optimizer. And so we've architected Mia Prova to scale effectively across all of these different solutions, and with support for AJO as well as CJA, Customer Journey Analytics. And so with Mia Prova, we would just come here, create a new project. We would add an API. And so we just choose, let's say, Adobe Analytics, hit next. Mia Prova uses a JWT server-to-server authentication. So do that. And then we would just upload the public key. And this is the public key that is downloaded from Mia Prova right within here. So you hit next, and you go through, and I'll actually bring up one of my other projects here. Mia Prova Prod. Let's actually do that here. I'll just choose this one. So you can see we have both Adobe Analytics and Adobe Target. So you would download this integration or get the credentials within here, the different details. That download JSON would actually be uploaded right within here. And then once that's in place, Mia Prova is connected. And we're fully automating everything. And so you can see here our connection to Adobe Target, where we're doing a very, very intricate dance using all of the rich information that's available within Adobe Target. We're actually also connected to Adobe Analytics, obviously, to support A for T as well as other different sources of data. So we are doing something that has been optimized based off of what we have dozens of customers around the world, and based off of how they're using the Adobe suite, we've tailored this solution to support all of the different methods that we've seen that's out there. So the connection to Mia Prova for the management of the optimization and personalization issues, pretty easy. The next component is part of this, and I want to just highlight this because they want to understand the integration, a step-by-step process flow. So the actual connection to Adobe server to server, pretty easy to do. This is where the strategic value comes into play. So Mia Prova automatically retrieves data from Adobe Target. So if an organization automatically turns on an activity in Adobe Target, Mia Prova is there, we're able to manage it. We're also able to bring in data from other sources. A lot of organizations have data going to Adobe Analytics, and Mia Prova wants to give them the visibility to manage it in such a way that they're as if they were setting up a test within Adobe Target. So all of the Adobe Analytics dimensions are available within here, and this is something that's there's a flavor of this in Customer Journey Analytics, but this is how Mia Prova provides support for it using just standard Adobe Analytics. So you get to select your report suite within here. All of your Adobe Target dimensions are in this dropdown. You can see, all of your list vars, e-vars, all that wonderful stuff is within there. And then we just describe the pattern to differentiate activity and experience. And several organizations are using this for some of their paid search initiatives. Essentially anything that you're sending to Adobe Analytics variables can be used there. Mia Prova supports A for T and non-A for T, but let me focus on the A for T components in place. We provide mechanisms to disable certain report suites within here because we're automatically pulling data from Adobe Analytics global report suites, but sometimes you might want you might not want all of the report suites to be managed within Mia Prova. We also provide different rules to turn off data collected from Adobe. For example, if an activity contains QA, you can have Mia Prova disable it, and all sorts of different filters within there. But what I want to highlight here is how Mia Prova supports journey optimization using Adobe Target, Adobe Analytics, Audience Manager within here. So up here, we have our organization set up. And so we want to define our different journeys. They can be anything. We've got organizations using them in all sorts of creative ways. But journeys want to represent a collection of different metrics. So if you're a financial institution, it might be a journey for prospects versus customers, that sort of thing. If you're United Airlines, which I'm a big United guy, you might have different journeys based off of the loyalty tiers or whether they've been seen before or prospects, what have you. So in Mia Prova, what we do is we've got the reporting configurations, and so I'll jump into here. We've got all of our different segments. All of your segments from Adobe Analytics from this report suite are available in Mia Prova. This can be used to designate certain journeys, add filters to some of the test data. Everything is fully available, just as they are with metrics. Metrics, calculated metrics, events, all of that is available out of the box. You can see all of the different metrics available within here. And so what we're telling Mia Prova to do, because Mia Prova is not meant to be a deep dive data engine, but a system to help companies automate to certain sets of data for better management of their the testing and personalization efforts. And so we tell Mia Prova here, okay, here's all the different things that you want to care about. These are the things we want to be notified again. I won't get into it here, but we have a very, very rich alerting system where you can use Adobe data as well as a number of other things to provide alerts. Provide visibility into how we want to consume the data. Mia Prova also constructs calculated metrics. So you can take an Adobe Analytics metric and we can actually create these calculated metrics on the fly, which is actually pretty easy. And then the status view, that sort of thing. But the big journey optimization component here is where you can specify, let's say for Premiere 1K. So add in that particular journey customization, inherit the customization, and then we can kind of change up the data, what we want to view, what we want it to be alerted about. We can actually add in a certain segment, on top of that particular data. And so what Mia Prova will do is as activities come in and get turned on, I'm actually going to jump to the live test dashboard now. You can see we can default to certain data sets based off of that. And so this is a demo account, so I'm not going to show real customer data, but here you could get the sense of some of the different alerts that are in place. The data that we're providing here is real time using the same APIs that Analytics Workspace is using. So another example of how we're enabling organizations to more effectively manage the customer experiences. And the default data, all of this data is based off of whatever the journey is associated with the tickets. So it's allowing the organizations to automatically manage that. We also carry that over within our Chrome extension. So our Chrome extension is a very popular free utility that we provide the Adobe Target community, where you can see all of the activities that are running in a certain location. You can see your Adobe Target visitor profile attributes. You can see your customer attributes from Adobe Analytics, as well as different attributes that come in from Audience Manager. And so the data, again, helping organizations manage this. The same real-time data is available within here. And you can see this is a automated personalization activity where visitors are getting into the activity, and you can see visibility into all of those metrics within here. And lastly, I want to touch on here the architectural step-by-step integration flow, bring in other components. I want to touch on the library. So Mia Prova gives organizations the ability to manage all of their live activities and data collected from Adobe Analytics in a variety of ways. We automatically bring in the Adobe metadata. We also bring in the organizational metadata that's associated with the tickets. But we also bring in a new way to look at things by audience. So all of the audiences, whether it's AEM, Adobe Experience Cloud segments from Adobe Analytics, and Adobe Target profile attributes, all of your audiences that are being used are available for management and collection within Mia Prova. So you can kind of see all of these things within here, as well as on our status board as well. So it provides a wonderful way to kind of manage all things by these different audiences, by these different collections of data together. We also provide visibility into this management by way of our swim lane management, where you can see all of the different activities that are using by Mbox. And this will be made up of whatever audiences. Again, Audience Manager, Adobe Target, Adobe Analytics, all centralized in one place. And then lastly, the integration with Workfront, which we're very, very excited for. And we've got a lot more coming on that. So Mia Prova is an optimization management platform where we take tickets or test requests or intake documents and marry them to Adobe Target initiatives. And so what we've done is for those organizations that are using Adobe Workfront, we're going to automate the import of these tickets, just like we do with Jira. And these tickets from Workfront will automatically be sent to either submitted state, awaiting summary, or even the archive state, depending on the different organizational needs. And then Mia Prova will automatically calculate the program impact based off of the Adobe data that comes in automatically. So this is my quick video for this particular section here. how we integrate and use multiple Experience Cloud products to solve for challenges to improve and personalize the customer experience. Thank you for watching.